All right, guys, so we've just arrived at ZirconiteUK in Oxford. The purpose of our visit today is to record a podcast. We'll let you know on what platforms the podcast will be out on, and we're also going to look at their ceramic coating product, a few other bits and pieces, and give you a little bit of an overview as to what they do, what they offer. And yeah, let's go inside and take a look. So this is their detailing bay. As you can see, they've got a scissor ramp here, they do paint correction, paint protection, and generally just look after the paintwork of your car. Loads of products here, nano express waxes, compounds, shampoos, tire gel, you name it, it's all here. The link to ZirconiteUK will be in the description of this video.
Hello, welcome to DetailersCast. My name is Chris, and today I'm joined by Scott King from King Vehicle Damage Repair. How are you, Scott?
Good morning, Chris. I'm very well, thank you.
Good, and it's been an amazing journey so far. So why don't you give us a bit of a feel for your background in terms of how King Vehicle came about and where you are today?
I mean, just a little bit about me. I'm obviously Scott from King Vehicle Damage Repair. I have quite an extensive background. Time apprentice, served, left college, probably about 21 when I qualified. Went into a body shop. I was there for a year, and then I found myself in the world of mobile smart repair. So I had a bad day one day, and a friend of mine actually said, "Why are you still at this job if you're not enjoying it?"
Yeah.
So that phone conversation lasted all of a few minutes. I put the phone down and I ordered a van, and that was the start of King Vehicle Damage Repair.
So, I mean, in terms of if you were going to give some tips to the rest of our network or other people out there, then what kind of thing would you be looking at?
As long as you're happy that you are offering something that he is not,
Yeah.
and your customer gets that or feels that when they
value,
exactly, then those are the customers that you're going to want.
Yeah.
Guys, so we are with Chris at ZirconiteUK, and what Chris is going to do is he's going to show us their new ceramic coating range on this test panel. We just polished it up using a Rupees DA and some compound, and now what we're going to do is apply some ceramic coating to this test bonnet and see what the product looks like, how it works, how easy or not easy it is to use.
It's easy to use.
It's easy to use. And just having a little play around today. Alright guys, so we've just left ZirconiteUK over in Oxford. We have recorded the podcast, which will be available on iTunes, Spotify, and a couple of other podcast platforms. We'll put a link to those other platforms in the description below. Also got a chance to muck around with some new products from Zirconite, including the ceramic coating. And yeah, good day, something different. Now we're heading back to London. It's 26 degrees, hot. Although we love the sun, it's going to be hard working out on the road this afternoon, but it is what it is. So head back to London, go get a van, and we'll go get some work done. I'm not sure if this video is going to be its own video or whether it will feature as part of another video, but hopefully you've enjoyed the content, and we'll see you guys in a bit. So in case you're wondering, this is the famous Bodicraft Supplies. I always plug these guys, they always look after me. And they've got good products, so you know where to come. Watford, Bodicraft Supplies, every single time. So we have arrived, guys, and today we've got a BMW 6 Series GT, which you don't see too many of. Back in the day, you would have had a 5 Series GT, and it's very similar to this, obviously a little bit smaller, but now you've got the 6 Series GT. And again, it's the first one that I think I've seen, or certainly the first one I've worked on. This, as I told you earlier, is finished in mineral white, which is a 3-stage pearlescent. You should know by now, but we are a 3-stage pearlescent specialist. The front bumper has been clipped pretty substantially. What I didn't notice on the initial assessment photos was that there is a heavy dent there. And it's just one of those things, sometimes 95% of the time we get it bang on, but that 5% there can be a little bit more damage than what we initially expected, but it is what it is, so we'll work on that first off. And guys, if you're new around here, I'm Scott from King Vehicle Damage Repair. Welcome to the channel. If you're not new around here, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram for daily updates. If you want to see more of this, we're on there pretty much every day with what we're doing. Obviously we only film, I'd say 25%, if that, of what we do on a weekly basis. So without further ado, let's get into the repair and let's go. What we'll do is, I've also noticed that the headlight is damaged, so sometimes it's nice to be nice. We haven't included this within the repair, but we'll do it anyway. So we'll get the body panels, or the body panel prepped, the bumper in this case, and then we'll see if we can do something with the headlight as well. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to hit that on the DA, so it's really scuffed it up. Took the damage out now. And what I'll do for now is I'll leave that exactly as it is until I've painted the body panels, and then I'll take that from around a 500 through to an 800 up to a 15, maybe even to a 2000, possibly even to a 3000, then machine polish it up. So stay tuned, keep watching to see how the repair process works for the headlight. But for now, what we're going to do is get the rest of the bumper prepped, keyed up, get a nice heavy primer. The dent that I initially thought was there, I've managed to smoothen out. Smoothen? That is a word, isn't it? I've managed to smoothen out using a DA, so I'm happy with that. I've got the body line back, and yeah, we'll prep that, get it masked, primed, nice heavy primer, and yeah, we'll check in with you lot shortly. primered, and now it's the final preparations before we'll do some final masking ready for paint. So I've got a soft pad on, a 500 disc. Let's prep this. So pretty much done. I've just got a little bit of spot primering to do. A little rub through on the right up against the wing, and then there's a little bit of bare plastic under the sensor. So as I say, quick spot primer there, and then we're pretty much ready to go. So let's get that done, and let's get the ground coat, which is just a flat white, sprayed onto the panel. So that is the ground coat laid down. Just going to let that flash off. Just gone to about here with the ground coat. We'll take the pearl a little bit further around, and then the lacquer, you should know by now, it's going to go just before our little blow-in tunnel. And the challenge here is trying to do a 3-stage pearl on a gravel driveway, so it's just a case of managing the dust levels. Otherwise, as I said before in previous videos, if on the next layer, which will be the pearl layer, if we get dust in that, then it's going to be a case of nibbing that out, sanding it out of the base coat, and then going back to the ground coat, reapplying the white over the top, and then the pearl, because we can't get dirt in the pearl and lacquer over it, otherwise you'll see it. So what really has to go smoothly is the next layer, which is the pearl coat over the top. Fingers crossed that will go smoothly, and then we'll be into the clear. So let's do it. I've laid down that pearl as best as I possibly could. A little tip for you guys that spray outside when you're trying to battle dust. If you notice, when I was spraying, I had my gun angled up the panel, and it wasn't until I got to about midway started to level it out. The reason I do that is because if I'm spraying sort of down under the bumper, what I'm doing is I'm blowing any dust that might be sitting around here up, and it's then going to end up in the base coat, where if the pressure from the gun is heading up the panel, well, we know this is nice and clean, so there's not really anything to blow and float around. I find that really works for me. So, little tip for you if you're spraying outside. All there is to do now is just fade out blowing areas. Nice couple of coats of clear, fade out thinner. You know what it is every single time. Speed's like a speed blend. That's one done on the wing. then we'll just get the bumper done. Don't have to pull this back, but I like to so I don't get too much of an edge. And again, this nicely does it. Same on the bottom. Pull that back. Pow. And that completes the job. It's 3-stage pearl white gravel drive done with my eyes closed. So we've got the job painted and baked. Now I'm just going to go for a little bit of a cooling process. Just cool the panel down because it's quite hot at the moment. And then we'll just give it a little flat and polish. To be honest, this job has come out so clean. There's hardly any dust or dirt imperfection in the clear coat. But with every job I will give it a little bit of a flat and polish. And then we'll get the masking off and see what she looks like. Now we'll move on to the headlight, and I'm just going to go through the grades, as I said, from 500 up to an 800 wet and dry. Give that a nice flat. Then I'll move from an 800. I've gone straight to 2000 here, but you can go to 1500. I've just got that tape under there so I don't clip my freshly polished bumper. I've gone straight to 2000 from 800. And then as I've got the Trizac 3000 disc out, I'll just go one extra and go over it with the Trizac 3000. So, a little bit of 3000 by hand. No real need for the machine or a DA. And then I'll clean that up, wipe off any residue, straight over with the machine. Being very careful because obviously we've got fresh paint here. And if you hit that with the edge of the machine, you are certainly going to be back to square one again. So let's give that a shot and see what results we get. What I will say is, if you're not confident with a machine polisher, do this first before you even do any prep work on the panel, because obviously when you've got fresh paint, if you start masking on this, you're going to get tape marks on the fresh paint. So obviously I'm showing you the process. I'm doing it this way around because I'm confident in what I'm doing and I know I'm not going to hit that edge. But you know, if you're a little bit shaky with the machine polisher, you're not really going to want to mask on fresh paint. So just follow this process, but do it before you paint the actual bumper corner. And there, not only do you have some fresh paintwork, I've also got a nice fresh headlamp. I need to go to the main dealer and spend over £1,000 for a new headlight. All done in the space of about 20 minutes. So we'll get this all demarked now, do some final checks, get it cleaned up, all the edges blown out, compound remove, and then we'll show you guys the finished result. So the repair is complete and it looks great. Where possible, when the sun is out, I always like to check the repair in direct sunlight, particularly when it's a big repair like what we've done today. So we're just waiting for the cloud to move out of the way. The sun should come over on that side, so we'll spin the car around, wait for the sun to come out again, check it over and check the pearl level is right, and then that will wrap up this job. So let's do that quickly.
At the store, choke on the smoke. They tell me to quit, don't listen what I'm told. They help me forget that this world is so cold. I don't even know what I'm chasing no more. Tell me what I want, just keep searching on. It's never enough, cup after cup, blunt after blunt. I wouldn't get one if I could find a far, in the car, and I put it on my mama. And my bitch call, talking about some drama. I swear there ain't no time for women on a coma. They see the pussy or the karma.
And there you have it, guys. Another 3-stage pearlescent repair completed at home, or the customer's home, at their convenience. Our client is working from home. No need to go to the body shop, lose a vehicle for a number of days, or even sometimes over a week. And as you can see, the sun has come out, the pearl is consistent, and it's another perfect repair. Blended through to the wing matches the bonnet, and yeah, I'm really happy with this. A question I get asked, or I've seen in the comments a couple of times, is how long does the repair process take? This particular repair took, I'd say, no more than about 3 hours, and yeah, really happy with the work. So that is this BMW 6 Series GT complete. If you keep coming back to the channel, thank you for watching. If you're new around here, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on all our platforms. And I guess we will see you on the next one.
Yeah, push the gas, get a motherfucking nosebleed. She ain't never met a young do it like me. She got a man, but she said she really like me. She doing things to excite me. She sending all her friends snaps on my new tracks. Cause all these hoes know what's about to come next. I hit my plug up, got the paper connect. I drop a couple bands, I just wanna go. Man, I just wanna go flat.